How to cut the jump movement only if the player is grounded. Hi guys, in the last video we had an issue. If I press the spacebar many times, you can see that the player continue to go up and up again, even if he's in the air. Guys, to avoid that, we must find out a strategy. So first, let's return to Visual Studio and remember that the good value for the jump force is 300. So let's change it first. So here is the strategy to make the player jump if he is grounded. So first we have to create a boolean variable to know if the player is grounded. Second, if he's grounded, we must authorize the player to jump. Third, we must not authorize the player to jump again if he's in the air. Fourth, we must make the player jump again if he's in the ground. So guys, let's create our boolean inside the variable zone. So as usual, we must type the type of the boolean, which is here bool, and we must write the name of the variable, which is grounded. So this is the first step. The second step is to assign this value inside the start method. So let's say that the isGrounded variable has got the value of false because the player at the beginning is in the air, so he's not grounded. Next step is to go inside the vertical movement method that we've already created and to manipulate the boolean variable. Guys, let's see the second step. In the second step, we must authorize the player to jump at the condition that is grounded. To do so, we have to complete our if statement on adding that little code. I mean, if is grounded is equal to true, and if we press the spacebar, the player must jump. So if you remember, inside the vertical movement we have to complete here. So it is grounded equal to true, and we press the spacebar, the player must jump through the add force method. Guys, let's see our third steps. We must not authorize the player to jump again when he is in the air. So we have to type this line of code. I mean, we have to put the variable is grounded to false. So guys, as at the end of the if statement the player is not grounded, I mean is in the air, so he cannot jump again, because to jump again we must be sure that the value of is grounded is equal to true. So we must wait until the player touch the ground. So let's code that. So guys, to make the player jump again if he's not grounded, we have to create a new method. This is a predefined unities method which is called onCollisionEnterToDe, and inside this method you will see for the first time you can put inside some arguments. Okay, so let's copy this and let's create a new method just below the last one. Okay, so now I have to type two curly brackets. So guys, what means this method? This method means that if the player is entered on collision with an exterior object, he must react consequently. Guys, what means consequently? Consequently means that if the player is on collision with an exterior game object with tag ground, he must execute, I mean Visual Studio must execute this line it means that the is grounded must be equal to true. In that manner, if we press the space bar, as the is grounded is now equal to true because it's touching the ground, we can jump again. So guys, let's see if our script is working. So let's save it first. Let's return to Unity and let's select the ground, which is here, because we did not yet tag it as ground. So I will show you how to tag our ground. So I have to write here add tag, and I have to complete this one because this is empty, and the new tag name will be ground. So I save that. Okay, I return to my ground, and this time in the tag area I will select ground. So now our ground is tagged ground. So now let's use and run the game. So this time if I press the space bar, you can see that the player jump only when he's in the ground. When he's in the air, there is no effect even if I continue on pressing the space bar. So everything is working fine, and he can even move forward as we have already seen. Guys, to cut the jump movement only if the player is grounded, you must first create a boolean variable on typing bool, which is the type, and give a name like is grounded. Second, if he's grounded, you must authorize the player to jump. So you have to write an if statement and inside put two conditions. The first one, you must verify that the player is really grounded, and second, the player must jump only if you type in the spacebar. Then when he's in the air, you must not authorize him to jump. So you write the variable is grounded and put it to false. Guys, you must make the player jump again if he touched the ground. So for that you have to create a new method called onCollisionEnterToD method. This is a method predefined like the start and the update method. And inside this method you've got what is called a parameter. A parameter here, the name of the parameter is other. So by controlling the other, you must set up the is grounded value to true to authorize to the player to jump again. Guys, let's see in the next video how to change the direction of the player.